Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We'll arriving at our destination shortly.
Well, hello. Welcome back, all my fine aviation enthusiast friends. Welcome back to the latest episode of the Airplane Show. Camera's back where it used to be, because we're just using a Xbox controller tonight. I don't know how much flying we actually gonna do, but we gonna sit and go through. We gonna go through a lot of the systems of this Starship. There's a lot of things you can do in this airplane that are not very apparent unless you deep dive into the manual that comes with it. So we're gonna do that. Tomorrow we're gonna get back to regular flying. We got a long haul flight for subscriber request from JFK to somewhere in the Caribbean. I can't even begin to pronounce it. It's a Dutch owned island. I know that much. I don't remember the code. Don't ask me. I don't know. Forget shit as you get older. It happens. Hit like and subscribe. I won't forget that. Hit like and subscribe. Now, I'm decided to do this in, oh yeah, by the way, we have a Dunkin' Donuts Phoenix livery, which is fucking amazing. We're in 2024 tonight on purpose. This is not an accident. I want to try this here because supposedly more of the tablet systems work in 2024 with this airplane. So let me where the hell's Black Square? Might be under B's. Let's see here. I know I installed the bitch. There we go. Black Square Starship. Alright, livery doesn't matter. Identification doesn't matter. Airport doesn't even really matter. Let's just go somewhere. You know what? Let's go somewhere where there's not a lot of people. And it's not really busy. Let's just pick somewhere out here. Is there a spot where we can park up on the side here? Oh yeah, okay. Bonriki. Let's try Bonriki. Alright, let's see how Bonriki treats us. But yeah, there is let me put display capture on actually. Hello, display capture. I mean, this thing is like, it's 192 pages long, this manual. Let me see if I can do it this way. Can I do that? And put the simulator. No, not that. Oh, I can bring it on the side here. Okay, well that works. Let me shrink this down a little bit. That kind of works. It's almost like having a tablet. Okay. Yeah, there's a few systems in general that I really want to kind of go over, and also how to operate certain things. You know, like when you have the primary flight display and the air data computer that shows, you know, a vertical speed. There's ways to interact with that to get different information on there. You know, if you want to use this navigation system, you have to have it set up a certain way versus if you want to use the Garmin system. There's also quite a bit you can do in this system here. And also we have two different disks we can use. So we have this disk here, which is nav data, right? And then there's also this disk here, which many people might not know about. And that's for signals and stations and frequencies. So, you know, instead of like going into Navigraph and updating through Navigraph, and you can update through Navigraph. You don't have to not do it, but updating it through that disk is how you're supposed to do it. But yeah, the tablet, this is the Starship. Black Square Starship. What's up, guys? How you doing? I got nervous for a second. I thought your icon was the Flight Sim Labs icon. Let me see that bitch again. Oh, yeah. No, that's not Flight Sim Labs, man. I'm getting old, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you like that. Yeah, supposedly more systems work on here. I'd much rather be doing this in 2020 because I really am not a fan of 2024. But more systems. Well, you know what? Let me just... Maybe we'll jump into 2020. Nah, we'll leave 2024 on. What's my GP at right now? GPU. 6060. Okay, let's get the airplane fired up. And then we'll start going over some of the systems. But yeah, the main systems that I want to go over tonight. Where's the booklet here? We have... There's page 2. Turbo fuel tips, air data computer. Yeah, the multifunction display. There's quite a bit we can do with this. And then I also want to go over some things. So I don't know how much we're actually going to use the booklet, but we may come back to it every once in a while. Let's go ahead and... Why are those on? Hang on a second. Let me turn those off. Is that on? Light interface. Yeah, lock, off and off. Those shouldn't be on. Like tooltips and things like that. I wonder why that's showing up. That's weird. All right, let's get the checklist out. Aircraft checklist. Park and brake is... All right, that's set. Control locks are removed. We have control lock right here. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, the Starship's a fun airplane, man. It's fun. Look, we even got our key hanging off the side here. Yeah, it's a fun... I've flown it quite a bit, and it's fun. All right, landing gears down. All right, let's put the battery on. Make sure pitch and roll is all lined up. 0, let's put you up to 0. Come on. It's weird, like being inside an airplane with my Xbox controller. I'm not used to this. Come on, pitch. Yeah, bitch. Come on. Come on. All right, well, that's as close to 0 as we're getting it, I guess. All right, fuel is good. We got fuel right here. Oxygen, we need to check oxygen. That's over here. That's good. We don't have any... Oh, yeah, the enunciators are probably on. We didn't open up the doors, so that the stairs are not going to show. All right, battery off. And let's remove the chocks and shit. We can do that through the tablet here. But yeah, on Microsoft 2020, at least for me, when I downloaded the airplane, there's 3 or 4 screens here that don't work in 2020. The electrical screen doesn't work on any version, 24 or 2020. I believe payload doesn't work in 2020. Cabin, and there's one other one that doesn't work. I don't know if it's left or right engine, but okay. So we have all the, let's see here, payload. Okay, chocks are out, pitot covers, gear pin, external power. Okay, all that's good. All that. Now we can go ahead and get started up here. So circuit breakers. There's 3 sets of circuit breakers in this airplane. They all work. So to open this, if you have a mouse, just grab it and just go up. Like grab it and just move your mouse up. But yeah, we have these circuit breakers here. All of them work. just like it does in the Turbine Duke. I mean, the Turbine Duke is fucking amazing too from Black Square. It's just like this. It's like it's just so many processes. And like the realism of this, like if you like give it too much throttle on takeoff, I mean, you know, if you're not at the right, you know, exhaust temperature, I mean, there's so many things like that can go wrong. So we also have fuses here. Then the other fuses are over here. Unfortunately, a lot of the systems don't really work unless you have the engines running too. So we're going to be running the engines quite a bit. But the good thing is that we can come in here and, you know, if the engines start to wear out or start having a problem, we can come in here and repair the engines. We can clean them. We can clean the filters. You know, you can pretty much do anything you need to. Same thing with the cabin too. You can, you know, refill the oxygen if you need to. All your failures are done through here. So it's a pretty in-depth, I mean, what you can do with it. All right, so circuit breakers are good. These outboard reversionary panels, there's 3 of them. So we have this one here. We have this one here. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not one. I know we have one on this side as well. I thought we had one in the middle too. Give me a second. I think they call this a reversionary panel too, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, there's those 3. All right, seat belts, parking brake. Okay, audio panel. Static source is normal. Where's static source again? That is down here, I believe. Thought it was down here. Okay, there's anti-skid. I know that's coming up. Let's flip that on. All right, landing gear is down. Ice protection's off. Okay, static source. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. Static source is normal. Oxygen supply. The oxygen supply, let's put that on. That's down here. So let's pull that out. And then we have to test the masks, which we do here. All right, you work. You work. I believe this down here as well. This system here, I believe this is, yeah, for a carbon monoxide. So you can test that if you want to as well. All right, yeah, center reversionary, right, that's what I said. All right, standby instruments, let's put those on. Where's the battery? Don't we have the battery on by now? Hang on a second. Oh, no, battery comes on later. Okay. All right, standby instrument is right here. Battery's illuminated. Propellers are full forward. Condition levers are cut off. Bleed air valve is closed. Temperature mode is off. Let's put the battery on. Triple feed. 22 volt minimum. Center bus. 26 volt minimum. Or I'm sorry, 23. Very good. All right, EACAS on. Firewall, fuel valve. I don't really know where that switch is. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Where are you at? Oh, yeah. That's what those... Sorry, I forgot that those were called that. Yeah. To do that, you have to come up here, open this, close it on both sides. Yeah, I forgot about that. All right, put the standby pumps on. Been a little bit since I've been in this airplane. It's probably been a week or two. All right, fuel pressure. Now, if you don't see in this system here, if you don't see what you're looking for, go to page 2. Hit the down arrow here. Okay. All right, low fuel is on both sides, so now let's open them back up again. See the fuel lights extinguished. You can turn the standby pumps off now. Now, I don't know if not doing all this, if that hurts the airplane. I don't know. I don't know. I never tried it. So, if somebody wants to, you know, just fire up the airplane and try flying it and see what happens, let me know what happens. Okay, so for transferring, the switch is down here, right? But what they want us to do, they want us to hold the transfer over, but we need to see it up here as well. So we need to see that message. So let's grab it and pull it. All right, fuel transfer message just showed up. We're on page 2 so we can see it. All right, let's turn that off. All right, avionics failure. That message should be on. Yep. So let's turn on the alternate air. Now we should have that message pop up. See? AV alternate blower on. We've already checked the fuel. If you want to check it again, go ahead. We've already checked the oxygen pressure, cabin lights and external lights. A lot of the cabin lights are up top. And pretty much all the outside lights are up here too. So taxi, nav. Now, the big thing with between low and strobe, it's just the brightness of it. They're both strobe lights. Low, the manual says use low for taxiing, and then when you're like ready for takeoff, put on the anti-collision lights. So at least that's what it says. But it lights up really nice. It's got some nice lights inside and outside. All right, let's get the engines fired up, and then we'll go ahead and start playing around with some of the systems here. It's not really hard to use these systems. It's just different. It's different than an Airbus. It's different than Boeing. It's different than Cessna. Like, it's different in a lot. It's similar in some ways, but it's different in some other ways too. It's just, to me, I love it. It's like really fun to play with. Okay, so ignition on and starter. So that's down here. So you put this on. When it gets to about 12, put the fuel forward, start, right here. Just one little scroll up on the mouse will do. Keep an eye on exhaust pressure. Now it's in beta range right now. We'll fix that in a moment. All right, once we get to about 65, we then throw this up to run. Put on the right generator. We have to reset it first, which is all the way up. So all the way up and then on. And then let's check the volts. And actually, let me put this in the idle. Why is that stuff? I don't know what setting that. I'll have to look through that. I'm not sure why all that's up and up there like that. Beta range is, I know the Piper Meridian uses it, the one from FS Reborn. that's what they suggest that you use to taxi, because you won't go as fast. It's kind of like reversers, but you can still move forward. That way you don't have to use the brakes as much. You won't wear out your brakes, that kind of stuff. So okay, so we are good there. Let's make sure the battery's okay. Battery looks fine. Not sure why the generator is not showing. Oh, you know why it's not showing? Because I don't have this off. There we go. I forgot to turn that off. When you put the fuel up to start, up to run, you're supposed to put that off as well. I forgot about that. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, see, now it's showing a load on the right side. So now let's just do the same thing on the left side. Put left on. When it gets to about 12%, you're supposed to put the fuel on start. Once it gets to about 65, turn the ignition switch off, put start on. I'm sorry, put the fuel up to run. All right, that's close enough. We can turn this off. We can put this up to run. All right, let's do the left generator this time. Reset, and then on. Let's check the load. They're about equal. That's good. All right, general ties open. Let's try that. Now that we should have this show up here now. See, right and left gen tie open. That's good. Check the triple feed. It's within the appropriate, range here. Sorry, within the appropriate range here. Let's put them back on normal now. Those lights should go out. There we go. And the load is pretty much parallel, so. All right, let's put on the avionics. That's these two buttons here. Let's put on the bleed. And if your equipment, so the avionics can actually overheat in this airplane, and if you don't have the blowers on enough, they may shut off during flight. So you'll get a warning that'll pop up. I believe it's on this display here. We'll look that up here in a minute. All right, let's turn this off. And as we're looking here, we have left engine seems to be doing okay. Now, when we are taxiing, we're supposed to keep the vents open, not the vents, the inertial separator open. This we're supposed to keep open so debris doesn't clog up our system. So right now it's at 2%. So we need to just be careful if we taxi. I don't know if we're going to take off or not. But that's a thing here that you have to be careful about. It's on both engines. Electric doesn't work as we saw, but the cabin gives us all our information here. Ear discomfort, temperature, systems. Electrical here is where it would show that the temperature for the battery. Okay. So, all right. So engines are running. And we have, like I said, we have a couple of different systems here. So over here, we have obviously the speedometer, how fast the airplane is going to go. The barber pole, that's maximum. And then we have blue and red. Red is stall speed. Blue is, I believe, climb out for one engine. We have outside air temperature, ISA, IOAT, and then regular outside air temperature. You can change the brightness of the screen here just by going up or down. And then this dial here operates this triangle for the auto throttle. So you can turn it on or off, okay? And as you can see, when we turn it on, it shows up here on the primary display. We have the same type of button here on our vertical indicator here. So this is not only the altimeter, but it also acts as our vertical dial to show us climb or descent. We have this right here, you know, 1 and 1. That's, you know, for climb or descent. And if you want to activate it, you just turn this to where you want it to go. We have it up here in the top left corner, and then, you know, it'll start descending. As long as you engage the autopilot, I mean, the right way. You know, we have our altimeter here for what altitude we want to climb to. Push to set it. We have our barometer here. We have up top here, we have minimum, you know, altitude. You can set your, you know, your decision height here if you want to. Your decision height, minimum descent altitude. You can test, you know, the radio altitude. See, it tells you we're at 50 feet right now. Now this system here, this is where all the CAS messages are going to pop up, and engine parameters. You can't change what you see on this screen here. That's always going to be there. You can change fuel flow versus oil, but other than that, you can't change what's on here. Same thing with our radios here. We'll go over this here. We'll pull up the owner's manual for that. You have ATC, DME hold, we have comms, ATC standby, now it's on standby. The DME hold is here. Comms. And then a lot of the comms information we can change elsewhere. We can change that, I forget exactly where. I think it's either on here or on here. It's one of these two systems we can change it on. I forget offhand. All right, let's get this lined up. But yeah, when you want to put the autopilot on, you have to make sure you click this switch. If you don't click this switch, clicking on anything here is not going to work. It'll light up, but it's not going to work. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and let's look at this system first, because I'm gonna show you how to use the disk. So we have initialized system. Now I just downloaded this airplane again today. I got rid of it just because I wasn't using it. I try to like uninstall stuff when I'm not using it. So just to try to keep room on my, I don't know why I do that. I have like 800 gigabytes left of data like I can use. I don't know why, but it's not on Xbox yet. That sucks. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, well, they still don't have the 350 on Xbox, man. They need to come out with that on Xbox soon. All right, so we're going to update our position here. Let's go ahead and, first of all, let's go ahead and put our nav disk in our reader here. Let's close that up. Here, we'll put this on pause and we'll do a little reading here. Let's do Control F and disk. This is 192 pages long. Okay, so the CDU screen, we can use the floppy disk. See? It says approximately every 5 weeks after you install it. All right, so that doesn't really show much about the floppy disk. Not that we need much, but it's okay. All right, update position. I'm not really sure what position we're at. Let me, it's fine, doesn't matter. Okay. Let's check our message out. Okay, VLF requires initialization. So, the VLF, it's very low frequency, I believe is what it stands for. Yeah. So, the sensor, okay, signal status screen shows numerical reception signal strength for every VLF and Omega station around the globe from the top and bottom antenna on the aircraft. The VLF/Omega deselect screen allows. So here it has VLF stations in use. It has yes, yes, no. And then for Omega, it gives you signal strength, 0 being the weakest, 3 being pretty damn good. So I don't know when you would actually use that versus GPS, but let's update it. Let's update VLF. I'm glad we're on this screen here. So this screen here, we have FMS and GNS. If you're going to use the flight plan that is in this system here, use FMS. If you would like to use what you have in the Garmin system, you have to use GNS. Okay? So that's the big difference with this is GMS versus, and I believe we're gonna have to go back. Yeah, you can't switch swap, you can't flip-flop on the same screen, you have to go back and then forward. So let's take a look at what some of these are here. Let's go, I think this is the CDU. Okay. Position hold, select course. Does it say? System control. All right, pressing system control will trigger the system control screen, which is what we're on right now. At the top left of this screen, the three main control modes are automatic leg, manual leg, and selected course. Auto leg is a default mode, which will automatically sequence FMS waypoints as they are passed. Manual leg suspends waypoints. Select course removes all waypoints continuity and instead allows the user to fly to and from waypoints using an omni-bearing selector. Okay, very good. So if you're going to fly on a flight plan that we input into the system, use auto leg. Okay? If you want to be in control of switching everything yourself, manual leg, and then select course is like an A-beam where you're going right from your point to another point, A to B kind of thing. As you can see here, the Garmin GNS 430. That's the GNS that we were just talking about. Okay. Also, the system user can provide a manual position estimate via the position hold screen. Access the GPS range screen. Access the sensor status screen. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know when you would really use any of this, but let's see here. The GPS range screen is used to provide an estimate of GPS signal strength integrity. Now let's check that out. Let's see what happens if we push that. Oh, we don't have a flight plan put in. I don't even know what airport we're actually at. Maybe we should put a flight plan in and see what happens. All right, index. Okay, so if you hit index, read and write diskette. Update. We shouldn't have to do this since we just did it. Like I just downloaded the airplane. But if you have it on your system and it's been like 5 or 6 weeks, put the disk in. You can still hear it doing its thing. Okay, new database, old database. So here we go, continue. All right, very good. Update position. Update position by, I think, yeah, we'll just say that's right. Okay. So the disk is done. Now the disk, to get that out, we just come back over. Just throw it out there. And you also have, like I said, you had the other one here too for signals and stations. So we're not going to do that too, but now in here you have route library. These are routes that you've saved. So after you input a route, you can save it. You can access it again here. Initialize system, we've already done. Fuel management, you can put in your fuel remaining here. So we have about 1813. So let's plug that in. 1813. Enter. Here we can put passenger weight, fuel used, you know. All right, all that looks good. Here you can reboot the system. I'm not sure why you would have a password. You can erase all your data, waypoints, everything there. Read and write disk we just did. Inspect waypoints. So this is for pilot defined waypoints. Trip planning. We're actually going to enter a flight plan here in a moment. I want to go over this system first though. And then FMS data, this is when we have a flight in, it'll show it there. Okay. These buttons up top here and some of these knobs operate our display here. If we hit HSI, that's what we're in. Radar, you can see, puts us in that mode there. You can adjust the range here. For weather, you can see it's tilting. You look over here, you can see it moving. Nav source, right now it's in VOR1. Nav source will put it in FMS, VOR2 or FMR2, or FMS2 I mean. Radar, we can turn that on or off. We can turn off arc, and then bearing indicator, we can choose what you want. VOR, ADF, FMS, on or off. And then radar control, we can choose what we want to see for radar. So like we want weather and turbulence, ground map, weather only, you know, ground clutter, on or off, split, sync. I mean, it's got a lot of features. Stabilization, on or off, auto tilt, test mode, target alert. And you have your buttons on the side here, comms. So this is an easier way of putting the comms in instead of coming over here and doing it. I mean, you can do it over here. You just have to like click on here and then, you know, do that. Here you can just type it in and hit the button. We have nav, ADF, ATC. Okay. For, you know, transponder codes, we have our flight plan here. System control, which is where we were at before. Index and direct to a certain waypoint. Now this letter here, this letter button here, we're gonna go over in a moment. Let me, I don't even know what airport we're at. Hang on a second. Is that NGTA? Is that really the airport we're at? I guess it is. Where's, all right, let's do this here. Let's go up to, go to Navigraph. All right, new flight. Is that really an airport, NGTA? Oh, it sure is. Oh, Microsoft was wrong. All right, where's an airport not too far from here? We're not going to fly it. I just want to build a route. Oh yeah, we're down near the Marshall Islands. Okay. So let's just say we're going to fly to Fiji. Here, let's build a route going here. All right, and let's see here. We have IFR. All right, we'll throw that in there. So runway 9, runway 10. We'll do RNAV 10. All right, is there a waypoint around here? It's not. All right, let's do a Kumo. What highway is that? R332. Okay, R332, we can take all the way down. All right, let's take R332 all the way down to here. Let's edit this. I don't know if it could do this flight in real life, but that's what we're going to build tonight because that's why we're over here. Okay. That works. All right, let's save this. Hey, what's up, Darren? How you doing, bud? All right, let's save that. And let's go back into the airplane. Well, that's good, dude. I'm glad you're doing well. All right, let's go to Navigraph here. We're going to enter the flight plan in here. Hang on, we got to change the settings. Wow, that's old. Haven't done that flight in a couple weeks. All right, so let's now go to flight plan. We're going to enter in our starting. So to get to a letter, you have to push the button. So for N, we're going to push 5. And then push the letter button twice. Thing. That's N. Now G is going to be 3 and then letter. And T is 7, letter twice. You get the idea. A. All right, NGTA. Okay. And then now we're going to enter in NFNA. Oh, you know, actually, we're going to enter the waypoint in next. No, let me try putting in. I think I have to put in the airport next. Let me try the airport. We have NFNA, so N F N A. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now let's put in Acuna. AKUMO, AK, U, M, O. All right, now I don't think I can plug in a highway. Let me see if I can plug a highway in. That's R332. Let me see if I can do that. I think I can. Where's R? Okay, R. Okay, 3. Okay. Let's see if I can... I want to see if I can plug in... Let me at least plug in the last waypoint and see if I can go back in and put it in. So this is Pagbo, I think? Yeah, Pagbo. Okay, PAG. Wait a few seconds, and then now we can do the letter again. Oh, I put it in wrong. PAGBO. Alright, end flight plan. Okay, add waypoint, select course. Let me click on Akumo. And insert. Okay, let me see if I can do R332. R332. Okay, but that's not going to work. Add, no change, insert waypoint afterwards. I might not be able to do airways. Let me see if I can. Let's go to the tape. Let's go to. All right, and let's see if I can find airway. All right, nothing there. Let's go to waypoint. I don't want that system. Okay. Waypoint. Okay, so we just did that. And delete the waypoints. Okay. Route 10. Test route. No GPS. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can put in airways. Which could be. It could be. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see a way to put in airways. You might not be able to do it in this system. I know you can do it. More than likely, we can do it in the Garmin system. But yeah, I don't see in here where we can do it. Okay, no worries. All right, so let's go back and finish this up here now. We're doing runway 9 and then runway 10. So now I haven't found a way to input a departure here. I've looked. I do not see a way to put a departure in. Okay, you can put your approach in though. So we can click on approach. And we have VOR 10, I guess. Let's see what the... Oh no, we're doing RNAV. Let's do a different approach. Okay, let's go down. We have RNAV 10 and FNAWC. So this is our approach. Okay, now that's in. Gives us our course information and our distance. All right, so that's all done now. Now if we go back to our flight plan, you can see we have our approach in there. So that's pretty much the gist of what you can do with this CDU here, okay? You can see FMS, it has, like, it's trying to line up now, you know, with our route. Now, I think there is a way in this system here where we can use this joystick. Hang on a second, I just want to see this here. Plan map, display. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, we might as well talk about this now. So, if we go back to menu, right? Go back to index. If we go to plan map, okay, click on that. You can choose what you want to see here. High level VORs, low level intersections, NDBs, airports, waypoints, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Click on display. You can use these buttons here to increase. Okay, so let's say we wanted to go to NGFU. Just take the joystick here and just draw your way over to it. And it tells you the course and the distance. So we need to fly on a 112 heading for about 260 miles to get there. That's pretty damn dope. I like that. That's cool. And we can enter that in as well. And it looks like it's getting ready to update here. See, select course 349. Entry too long. Damn. Okay, Akumo. Let's enter this. FU. Actually, let's read about how to finish putting this in. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go back here. Oh, let me pause it. Hey, I did. Let's see here. Oh, you know, let me just Control F joystick. Really? No joystick? Okay, there is joystick. I guess I just didn't give it long enough. Try to find it. Okay. Yeah, I want this system here. Multifunction display. Okay, here we go. See, we can use a joystick. It'll activate it. On both map screens, if the number of facilities displayed, okay, exceeds, that's fine. Okay. Present will activate the cursor. The cursor can be used to measure distances and bearings and build entire flight plans from the MFD. For more information on the operation of this joystick, see CPH 850. Turn to this page. Okay, CHP. That's not much help. I just want to know how to enter it in. Okay, on both map screens, if the number of facilities displayed exceeds a sensible number, the FMS will contain 6 subscreens pertaining to the flight management system on board. Okay, that's a different screen. So how do we... Maybe we can't actually... You know what? We can't... I don't think we can input... Okay, so I think this is how it works. So you can draw to it, right? Hit enter, and I believe it tells you the facility name, and you have to put it. You have to type in the waypoint. So from Akumo, we would go, and let's see if if Joy is gonna pop up here. I don't know if it's going to. Joy. Joy not in memory. Let's look at all right, let's type in NGFU here. Fuji. Weather, runways, frequencies. That's FSS. So I wonder what joy means. Let's see if it says joy if we go this way. And what is... I wonder what joy means. Well, either way, like if I turn off airports and have VORs, it would show the VOR station instead. So, anyways, that's what you can do with this. You can draw where you want to go. It gives you the course and the distance and the waypoint if there's a waypoint, but there's like no waypoints around. That's the problem with this airport. Like the closest waypoint's like 400 and some miles away. So, all right, let's go back to index. We have normal procedures, abnormal. Normal procedures, if we click on this, you also have emergency down here as well. Okay, like engine fire or failure, it tells you what to do. And then as we click the arrows down, it puts in green so we know we did it. You can skip this procedure if you want. Recall goes back. Okay. So let's do normal procedures. Index. Okay. So we have safe airspeeds, which I think is awesome. We have engine limitations, which again is awesome. I mean, like, I don't see any other airplanes that have that kind of stuff. Like, this easy to see. Pre-flight checks, this is the exact same checklist that was in the tablet. You know, before starting engines, here's the checklist we did. See circuit breakers, left, right, auxiliary, everything we did. If you skip it, that's fine. We can just go back to it. So if we skip it, just hit recall, and it brings you back to the last one. Okay? You can clear it out if you want to. We have abnormal procedures, which we just looked at. Like, let's say fuel level is low. Here's what to do. A radar. Radar system's not on yet. But here's how you adjust the... how far out, you know, how the distance. Present position map. This is what we just looked at a moment ago. Flight plan map. We can only go out to 300, but it shows the first waypoint there. FMS. Performance. Progress. Route list. Now, I'm not sure why it's not showing. Let me see something here. System. Okay, the flight plan. Oh, let's clear out this. I wonder why it doesn't show anything here. Let's look that up real quick. All right, route list. Okay, the route list shows all the... oh, say, okay, it shows the save routes. Okay. Well, let's save this route and see if we can... let's see, how do we save it? Let's go to index, route library. Okay, not a flight plan. Route 1 is you know what? I don't remember the names of the. Oh, I got the airports. No, I don't. I don't know the names of the airports. It's okay. All right, FMS, BOR, DME status. All the stations that are close will show up. You know that we have. You know, as long as we're programmed to it. ELF Omega status. Here we go. Here's our position. We're within 0.1 nautical mile of being, you know, 100% accurate. None of the VLF stations are being used right now. Position summary. Avionics status. No faults. And then crew notes. Density, altitude, airport elevation. I don't really see a way to ever really interact with that, but yeah, I mean, it's a great system. I do want to see if I can put this in. So we have NGTA. Let's see here, NGTA. Okay. NG. I don't want a route number, I want to input the route. Oh, maybe I got to do 1 first. Okay, enter the route number. 1, enter. Okay, not a flight plan. Library. Select line or entry number. Okay, alternate. Okay, return to flight plan. I wonder how you save it. Let me, let's look this up. Right, save. That's it? Save routes? Okay, here we go. Okay, route library. Pressing the line, select key next to save route will trigger the route preview screen. Yeah, that's fine. But where do you save it from? That's the thing. All right, to save the currently active flight plan in the route library, enter 00 directly into the field. Okay, let's try that. All right, let's go to index, route library. Go 0, 0. Hey, there we go. Okay. So that just brought up our flight plan again. If the route is valid, a menu will appear for loading the route in normal or reverse order. Oh, maybe it's not a valid route. Maybe it's too long. It might be too long of a distance, actually. Let's see if it... end of flight plan. Yeah, I don't see a way to save it. It might be too long. Yeah, I mean, we're at almost oh yeah, we're almost at 3,000 miles. Shit. No wonder we can't save it. Yeah, we'll fall out of the sky. So, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of the gist of the systems here. I mean, they're really, really intricate. Like, everything needs to be done according to, you know, according to what you need to do. Over here, format, so we have DME 1 and 2. You have VOR 2, course, heading. You can change your heading indicator here, or course. I didn't know there was a giveaway. Nice, man. New shaver? Did you get like a Gillette? Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. Did you get a Gillette shaver? I got a Gillette. No, do I? No, I have Norelco. That thing is... I've had it for a few years now. That thing is awesome. That Gillette razor that I have. Got a few attachments with it. No, I didn't know there was a C750 giveaway. I'll have to look into it. Did you put my name in? You should have put my name in. Should have put my name in. Our engines are still good. Oh yeah, cabin. Oh yeah, avionics bay. Look how hot that shit is. Do we still have the blower on? Yeah, the blower's still on. Oh, I have to check it out. It's on Instagram? Alright. Oh yeah, one last thing. There is a set of headphones you can wear as well. Just click here. Now the one thing that's different, you see, okay, so you see how it's got the little, you know, the curved arrow? You can actually use the wheel on your mouse, the scroller wheel, when that icon shows up, and you can scroll up or down to soften the sound so you don't hear as much, or so you can hear a lot more. I have never seen that in any other airplane. That to me is awesome. High frequency. This airplane's got so much shit on it. And everything, like everything works. Friction lock, roll trim, we have to move to the side, you know, flaps and wings. Like, it's got sweeping wings. Look at that. Hang on, let me go into drone mode. See, they just went out. Let me go back in. I'll put the flaps back up. Look, they sweep. Like an F-14. How cool is that? That is dope as hell. Really cool little airplane. But yeah, man, that's about it for tonight. I'm getting out of here. Hey, you know, let's go check out. Maybe we'll get on Instagram. Hang on, let's go to Instagram and see about this giveaway. Hang on, let's see here. C750 giveaway. Sweepstakes. Flight Effects. Oh, I didn't. Oh, Flight Effects is making this. I got 2 planes from Flight Effects. They're both really good airplanes. Really good. I have a Cirrus Vision Jet from them, and I have the Honda Jet. The Honda Jet they make is boss. All right, what did we do for the giveaway? To celebrate, we're giving how to enter. Just follow, okay, and like this post, and that's it. Okay. Am I signed in? Okay. Signed in. Okay, so we like that, and then what do we have to do now? Like the post. Okay. I liked the post. Oh, pick me. I've already bought 2 of your airplanes. Please don't bleed me dry. Don't censor that, Elon. Don't censor that, Elon Musk. Yeah, that's gonna be a nice plane. Hopefully it comes out on the 22nd, like it's supposed to now. Yeah, the Honda Jet's really good, and the Cirrus Vision Jet they make are really good. I don't know if I have the. I don't know if they make the Honda Jet. I'm sorry, the Cirrus Vision Jet for 2024. Let me see. Do I have anything else from Black Square on here? No, I don't. Okay. What am I looking up again? Oh yeah. Cirrus Vision. Okay, see, this is Microsoft. Yeah, that's not Flight FX. Yeah, I just didn't know how it showed up on, like, if it still had their name on it or not. And then I don't think I have the Honda Jet downloaded here. Here, I guess I can go download. Let me see if I can get it real quick. Take a look at it. See how it looks on 2024. Then I'm gonna turn off so I can get ready for tomorrow's flight, because tomorrow's a long flight. A long haul flight tomorrow for a subscriber. I kind of like that, going over the airplane like that, man. It's different. It's different than just getting in and flying. I liked it. We're going from yeah, the P180 is really good too. Oh yeah, absolutely. They're virtually identical. Even like the systems on the inside are almost the same. I'm going from. I'll show you. I don't remember the. It's almost the exact same flight I did like 2 days ago, but it's a different destination. This person asked me to go to a different destination. Okay, creators, Flight FX. Oh, I gotta change my message. I have 3 jets. Phoenix. Yeah, the Phoenix A380. I gotta change my message to them. I'll change it later. I bought 3 of their airplanes. Okay, so they make really good stuff. This Honda Jet is amazing. And I mean, the P180 is a great plane too. Yeah, I don't know which livery I'm flying yet. I have 2 liveries that I'm between right now with the airplane. I like this. I like this Mario livery. This Super Mario Brothers livery. I got that one, and then I got this Dunkin' Donuts one. So I haven't really decided which one I like better yet. But yeah, cloud top cruising with Super Mario Brothers, or brewing altitude with, you know, Dunkin' Donuts. But either way, it's going to be Phoenix. Probably on 2020. I don't trust 2021 enough to. Yeah, the airport we're going to is TNCB. I remember the code. So we're going from JFK. So this is we're going from JFK to Flamingo. And we landed, the other day, we landed over here. Point Salinas. So it's almost the exact same flight. It's just a different destination. Yeah. That's if there's no problems. Like if I have problems, like I sometimes do, then it could be longer than 3. But no, it's a lot longer than I usually fly. So, but no, I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be a fun flight. I'm very much going to enjoy being in the Phoenix, because the Phoenix has some of the best camera angles. I think, like fixed camera angles that I've really seen. So I need to change my comment. Let me I don't know if I can change my comment. Oh, I can change it. Okay. I don't want to delete it. All right, I'll delete it. All right, let me rewrite the comment. Money is tight. And Flight FX. Now, I'm trying to make that rhyme. Anyways, I purchased Be of aircraft already. Pick me so I can buy dinner instead of C750. America. Okay. Post. That's good. I didn't know there was a sweepstakes. Thanks for telling me about that. But yeah, I mean, essentially, you know, I mean, that flight, I don't think I've planned the flight out yet. Here, let me, before I sign off tonight, I'll build the flight for tomorrow. All right, KJFK. Show you, this is kind of what I do most of the time. I come in here and build the route, unless it's on, you know, I bet you the route's going to be on FlightAware. Let me see here. Let me put in the other airport. I bet you it is, since we're leaving America. Let's see here. All right, flight tracking. Okay, JetBlue 1643. See, does it have it here? Sure do. They usually put here. So L. All right, let's see what this says here. Yeah, man, that's Inabills makes nice planes. There's nothing wrong with Inabills, man. They make some good shit, that's for sure. Oh, we got to put in the airports. All right, airport, and there we go. Okay. So no departures work. I don't really care about the runway right now. And from Karum, we have this here. That looks like runway 10. Is it another RNAV approach? Yep, another RNAV approach. Imoma. There we go. That's our route, just like that. A lot of times, like if it's not in America, the route, I come in here and I like look at the highways and I see like what waypoints work on the highways, because just because it's on the line here doesn't like this is part of the airway here, but sometimes you get them where it's like just off to the side and it kind of looks like they're part of the airway, but it's really not. Anyways, all right, I'm getting out of here. I've been on for almost a couple hours a night, so I'm gonna go eat dinner, go rest up for tomorrow. I use SimBrief too. Yeah, I use SimBrief a lot too. I kind of like coming in here though when I'm like building it, like when I'm building it by scratch. I like this size map myself. But yeah, SimBrief is a very good place to build stuff. That's for sure. I like how SimBrief now has the departures and the arrivals now, and it shows it like on their map. I think they've done some really good upgrades to SimBrief. Yeah, they have for sure. All right, that's about it. I'm getting out of here. I'm tired. Tired of talking today. I've been talking all day. All day I've been talking. I'm tired. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow around the same time. And we'll do that flight with the Phoenix. We'll flip a coin, I guess, and see which livery we're going to be using. I wish there was a way to change the livery mid-flight. That would be nice. Microsoft, fix that so we can change liveries mid-flight. That would be great. That would be awesome. All right, hit like, hit subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next episode of the Airplane Show. See ya.